Welcome back, Devils fans, and we are here with another glorious New Jersey Devils win on the road tonight in Washington. The boys take down the Capitals by a score of 6-3, and wow, guys, nights like these, they feel good. First, I'd just like to take a moment to say how blessed I feel after all these years, obviously aside from last season, that I care viciously, vigorously, whatever you want to call it. I am deeply entrenched and care about New Jersey Devils games in early January. Let's just all take a moment to reflect on the reality that is playing meaningful games in January. There's plenty of seasons where we were pretty much down and out and season over come the new year, and we are right in the thick of a wild card race, possibly could creep up in the division. The sky is the limit. We're still early on in the year, not even at the halfway point yet, and the New Jersey Devils are playing meaningful games. I just wanted to reflect on how far we've come from the ashes of previous New Jersey Devils clubs. With that being said, big win tonight for the boys. Let's just take a look. Going into this game, we were in fourth place in the wild card standings with 40 points. Looking up at Tampa Bay above us with 41, the Capitals with 42, and the Flyers with 43. And folks, we are going to be in that spot tonight. Huge implications. Playing the Capitals 2 points above us in the race for the wild card. Again, can't call it necessarily a must-win game, but it's a huge game in the division against the Caps. You got to win these ones. Daws in net with the start. Overall, I thought he played a pretty good game. There was a goal I'm sure he'd want back, but overall, solid start, and he got a win, and that's all we could ask for. He played well enough to win, and, it might be the start of the Daws era. Let's take a look at the scoring. First period, the captain. The captain off a rebound, off a Miller shot. Miller just comes into the zone, seems like an innocent kind of flubber shot. Can't be controlled. Nico on the rebound. 1-0 Devils. And then on the power play, nearly 7 minutes later, Jack to Luke to Nico. Luke just sees the lane, rips one down the middle. Nico gets a little tip on it, gives the Devils a 2-0 lead. Beautiful power play with the Hughes boys and Nico there. And then McMichael gets on the board for the Caps late in the period, cutting the lead to 2-1. I think that was kind of a weak goal that I'm sure Daws would want back. I think maybe he anticipated a pass, or I don't know. He seemed kind of frozen for a second, and then McMichael just ripped it in there on him. 2-1, Devils after one. We go to the second period. Beautiful play by Dawson Mercer to get to some open ice. Gets the pass and just rips one. Dawson just heating up on the season, giving the Devils a 3-1 lead from Haula and Nico with his third point in the game. Kuznetsov gets one a little bit later in the second, 3-2. And now at this point, I'm like, it's going to be one of those down-to-the-wire games. I'm thinking the worst. But Vanacek's not in net, so I have a little more hope. Devils up 3-2. And then late in the second, with 1 minute and 2 seconds left, Carlson blasts one on the power play right past Daws. Ties the game up at 3. And at this point, I'm like, oh, man. It's just not going to be our night. But not even a minute, it was 46 seconds later, with, in my opinion, is the single-handed greatest effort on the year. Motor Mike McLeod absolutely crushes a dude on the boards, comes flying back up the wing. Holtz makes a little move. Mikey gets the open ice, gets the pass, protects the puck, comes in on the goalie and does a spinorama for a highlight reel goal, giving the Devils a 4-3 lead. I went when I tell you, might be the most ballistic I've went on a regular season goal, because when he crushed the guy, I jumped up and was like, oh shit, Mike, he crushed him. And I was going nuts. Everyone knows I love McLeod. I was going nuts just for the hit. And then I saw him rushing up the ice, and I'm like, no way. And then as soon as the pass came across, I literally was going, he's going to score. And when he didn't shoot it right away, I'm like, damn it. And then I saw him flip back with the spinorama on the backhand, and I'm like, no way. And then he buried it. I just lost my shit. I was going absolutely crazy. To me, greatest effort on a Devils goal on the season, and quite possibly one of the better efforts, overall hustle plays that led to a goal that I've seen in a while. But wow, that was just a phenomenal goal. And the funny part is when Mikey was doing the interview in between the periods with Erica Walker, and he saw the replay, I think he was like almost trying to contain his excitement, because when you're doing it in real time and you're playing, like, he knew what happened, but I don't know that he knew that the visual was going to be so sweet. So I think when he saw the goal, he was like, holy shit, like, that was a sweet goal. I think he was very impressed, like trying to contain his excitement. I think Erica Walker kind of undersold it a little bit. I would have shown a little more enthusiasm during the interview. That was just a freaking amazing goal. She kind of undersold it, but I think when Mikey saw the replay, even he was impressed and was like, wow. Devils up 4-3 going into the third. And at 7:16, Dawson extends the lead, his second of the game, giving the Devils the 5-3 lead. And then the final dagger to give me some breathing room. At 15:35, Mikey McLeod cleaning up the garbage in the crease. He scored 2 different types of goals tonight, folks. He had the crazy spinorama finesse, and then he has a nice grinder, get your nose dirty, pick up the trash goal late in the third, giving the Devils the 6-3 lead, sealing the game for the New Jersey Devils. A huge 2 points picked up in Washington tonight. And let's just look at the game stats. Devils 28 shots to Capitals 26. Face-offs 57.4 to 42.6 in favor of the Devils. Power plays were both 50%. We had 8 penalty minutes. They had 4. They out-hit us 25-16 and blocked way more shots, 19-8. They also gave it away a lot more than us, 18-11, and they took it away less, 6 to the Devils 10. Overall, good effort by the boys. Looking good in the new year, well rested, haven't played in a few days, and other I guess just random things to ponder here is Timo obviously is hurt again. Not great. He has another mysterious injury. I think they're calling this one a mid-body injury. I don't know. You guys know how the injury reports go, but Timo out, Palat out, and we saw some interesting combos tonight, and it seems like some of these lines could be something. I like what we saw tonight. It was a good little balanced attack. Nico with Halla and Mercer could be something, and so could the McLeod line. Wow, I mean, Mikey's great, and I think no matter where he goes, he's just Motor Mike, man. We saw it tonight. Motor Mike with the absolute amazing first goal, and then just a grind him out second goal. Great game for the boys, and I think it's time to give Daws the net. Might be a little premature, but he's 2-0 on the season. Decent numbers. Doesn't seem to get too rattled when he gives one up. And at this point, I would like to see him now get his fair audition, right? So I talked about with Schmidt, I don't think he got a consistent string of games to properly assess. I think they messed with his head. He was yo-yoed. And I hope we don't do that with Daws. And I would like to see him get the lion's share of the starts for a stretch, just to see what we really have in him. And so let's just take a look at the schedule here. And so that's the thing. The back-to-backs are always going to screw it up. With the league-high back-to-backs, it's crazy. So Friday the 5th, the Connor Bedard show and the Chicago Blackhawks come to town. And then the Canucks are Saturday night. So back-to-back. And then with this crazy, it just seems we have a really wild schedule this year. I mean, so yeah, we played tonight. We're off tomorrow. We play Friday and Saturday. So we have 3 games in 4 nights. And then we have 4 days off, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and we don't play against the 11th against the Bolts in Florida. Like, yeah, the schedule is just so weird. And I think that the sporadic schedule with the condensed games, then a lot of time off, I think that may not have helped make the goaltending thing go smoothly either. There's just a lot at work there when you have tons of back-to-backs and these weird gaps in the schedule. But hopefully we figure it out. I think we definitely should give Daws a real look here. as little Vanacek as possible while he's still here. I'm still saying that it's a dire need to get him off the roster one way or the other. He must go. And let's see what Nico Daws has. I mean, not the greatest game in the world tonight, but played good enough to win. Picked up an assist on that first goal, actually. So Nico Daws with a point tonight. And I'm curious and excited to see how far his little ride could go. And hopefully he could win a lot of games for us this year. You never know. But I have way more faith in him than Vitek Vanacek. Other things to note. Oh, at the end of that first period, Ovechkin completely lit up Jack Hughes. Like, completely. I don't know if Hughes didn't see him coming or he didn't think he would do it, but Ovechkin just absolutely plastered him and sent him flying. Poor kid. I mean, wow. I don't know. Ovi's a truck out there, and he can fly. So when you got a guy that big, that fast, you better be aware, because when the puck's near you, he might line you up. And he absolutely decked Jack on that hit there late in the first. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Great game. Another one that was tighter than it had to be for a while, but it wasn't a complete nail-biter to the end. It just had a couple moments throughout where it was a little dicey. That 3-3 was a little scary. I had the flutters a little bit at the 3-3, but wow, just what a game. What a game. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Maybe McLeod was like, trade me now. Trade me now, guys. He probably heard the rumors and saw all the stuff, and he was like, let me go out there and show him how Mikey McLeod gets down. Puts up a highlight reel goal and another garbage goal. 2 goals on the night, Mikey McLeod. Legend. That was his message to Fitzy. You're not trading me. I'm here. I'm I'm Motor Mike. How are you going to trade Motor Mike? Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.